Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin leading with vision that lights the path. Great leaders don't just give instructions. They paint a picture of a future so clear and exciting that others want to follow. They speak about possibilities, not just tasks. A tech leader named Jonathan once gathered his team and said, "In 1 year, we will help 1 million people live healthier lives." That single sentence energized his team more than 100 meetings ever did. Another example is from Elise, a school principal who told her teachers, "Every child who walks through our door should feel seen, safe, and unstoppable." That became their mission. Vision is not about buzzwords. It's about creating clarity, energy, and direction. When people can see where they're going, they move faster and with more heart. Turning teams into tribes, high performers don't build teams. They build tribes, groups where people feel a deep sense of belonging, purpose, and shared values. A team isn't just about roles. It's about relationships. A business owner named Drew begins every Monday meeting with a question like, "What's one thing you're proud of this week?" These moments create connection. Another story comes from Nina, who runs a nonprofit. She celebrates birthdays, personal wins, and family moments as much as professional ones. Her team says it feels like home. A tribe works harder, lasts longer, and fights through tough times together. When you build trust, the people beside you won't just work for you, they'll believe in you. Creating a culture of ownership. True leaders don't micromanage. They empower. They create a culture where everyone acts like a leader in their own lane. A restaurant owner named Ben gives every staff member one decision they can make without asking. This builds confidence. Another example is from Leah, a startup manager who asks every team member, "What would you do if this was your company?" That question changes everything. People take more care. They offer smarter ideas. Ownership creates pride. It brings out the best in people. When everyone feels responsible, the team becomes unstoppable. Leading with humility, not ego. The strongest leaders lead with humility. They admit mistakes, ask questions, and celebrate others more than themselves. Humility is not weakness. It's strength under control. A project leader named Sam once stood in front of his team and said, "I messed up the timeline, and I take full responsibility." That moment earned more respect than any success. Another story is from Rachel, who always credits her team in public and corrects herself in private. People feel safe with her. They grow faster under her leadership. Ego builds walls. Humility builds bridges. And the best leaders walk across those bridges side by side with their people. Giving feedback that builds, not breaks. Feedback is essential, but only if it builds. Great leaders know how to give truth with care. They focus on growth, not guilt. A manager named Clark uses a praise sandwich, starting with something positive, sharing one clear area for growth, and ending with encouragement. His team calls it correction with kindness. Another example is from Tasha, who always asks permission before giving tough feedback. "Are you open to hearing something that might help you grow?" That one question softens the heart. Feedback should feel like a gift, not an attack. When given with love and clarity, it unlocks greatness. Making decisions with courage and speed. Leadership means making decisions even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. The best leaders act with courage, speed, and responsibility. A founder named Eli faced a tough call: keep an underperforming product or shut it down. He listened to his team, looked at the data, and made the cut. It hurt at first, but it saved the company. Another story comes from Maya, who once hired someone based on potential instead of just credentials. That decision built her strongest hire. Great leaders gather input, then decide boldly. They don't chase perfection. They commit, adjust, and keep moving. Inaction kills momentum. Decisive action builds it. Handling pressure with grace. Leadership brings weight. The pressure to perform, to please, to protect others. But great leaders learn to carry that pressure with grace. A hospital administrator named Tom once said, "I carry the weight so others can breathe." During a crisis, He stayed calm, gave updates, and walked the halls with warmth. People said he was the anchor in the storm. Another example is from Ivy, who manages a global team. She meditates every morning before checking messages, keeping herself grounded before entering chaos. Pressure doesn't disappear, but how you carry it changes everything. Calm is contagious, and so is panic. The leader sets the emotional temperature of the room. Building rituals that create momentum. Great leaders use rituals to build rhythm. Weekly wins meetings, monthly reflections, morning check-ins. These rituals create consistency, trust, and forward motion. A founder named Zane starts every Friday with a victory round where everyone shares one win. It boosts morale. Another example is from Karen, who lights a candle at her desk before every deep strategy session. It's her way of entering full focus. Rituals give the brain cues. They mark moments. They turn ordinary routines into meaningful practices. When done right, they create a sense of movement and unity across the entire team. Raising new leaders, not just followers. True leaders raise other leaders. They teach. They share power. They push people to step up. A coach named Alex gives each of his assistants a chance to lead drills, speak at meetings, and design parts of the program. His goal is to make them outgrow him. Another story is from Julia, who tells every employee, "My job is to make you ready for your next job, even if it's not here." She believes in building people, and those people stay loyal longer than any paycheck can guarantee. Leadership is not about holding power. It's about multiplying it. When you raise leaders, your impact outlives your presence. Staying anchored in purpose, the greatest leaders stay rooted in their why. They don't get distracted by noise or ego. They serve something bigger than themselves. A youth program director named Darius writes his mission on a card and reads it every Monday morning. It reminds him why he started. Another leader, Hannah, ends every meeting with the same phrase: "We're here to make lives better." That's the mission. That anchor keeps everyone aligned. When storms come, and they will, the leader who stays rooted in purpose becomes the rock others cling to. Purpose creates endurance, and endurance builds legacy. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.